In today's episode, we're not only going to build a moss farm that works so well that it quickly explodes the storage system we built for it, but we will also use the new 1.19 blocks to make it look really fantastic. Welcome back to the iCraft SMP server, where you find me staring at this wall. And there is a good reason for that. I mean, look at this wall. Now look at me. Now look at that wall. Now back at me. And now without me influencing you in any way, shape or form, tell me, what comes first to your mind? What are we missing here? And not only here, and also here, and here, obviously here, and yeah, pretty much everywhere. Say it with me, on 3. 1, 2, 3, more elytra. Exactly. We need an elytra right now. Luckily, last episode we found these guys, and I would assume that should be easily enough to purchase an elytra at my key's shop. What is? Wait, who? What? I haven't seen that. What is that? Calm down there. Who put that there? Let me get close to it. I guess it's the QR code thingy that you can tell me what it means. Let me know down in the comments below. And also, if you know, let me know who put that there. But now off to the shopping district. Ow, 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 hi, ow, 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 ow. Where we have this. Can I have this? That wasn't here before, but I don't see any new oh, wait a second. Maybe I shouldn't speak so quickly. No. I don't see any new buildings, but I guess someone is working on something and I'm also here to do something. That something being buying. And elytra, where? Elytra, 4 diamonds. I brought 4 diamonds. There's one, okay. Nope, taking it, nope. Yes, I want these. Policey. Now you could say, hey Virus, wouldn't it be way more exciting if you went to the end and do all the fighting and all the exciting stuff? And yeah, obviously it would. But also, it would take up a crazy amount of time that I don't have at the moment. And in order for us to get some videos out, I think we should speed things up as much as I don't have that inventory space, as much as we can. I forgot how I started the sentence, but I'm pretty sure it had to do with me getting videos out as quickly as I can. I'm sure. Hey, I'm flying. Oh my goodness. Yeah, of course, I have an elytra. I can fly, guys. Woohoo! Let's actually fly towards our base. This is awesome. I have the weirdest graphical errors right now. I don't know where they come from. I'm not using any shaders whatsoever. There's the mountain already. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be fantastic. We can English maybe, and we can finally see it from, oh my goodness, I love this. Let's actually land on top of it. Oh yeah, and then I can show you what we're going to build first off today. I already used up a bunch of rockets, but it should be fine. With our raid farm, we can easily get gunpowder, and we have a sugarcane farm, so it should be super easy to get more rockets. Let's go to this little ledge down there, where you can see our base so far. We'll obviously occupy the entire island. This will be mostly filled with farms, and then the inside of the mountain will be crazy builds and our actual base. But what we want to build today is a moss farm, as I teased you with in the beginning of the video, and I want it right behind me. Now, since Optifine is not a thing just yet, I made one of these guys, so hopefully I can show you. This will be one of the cornerstones. The other is right behind that. Yeah, great spot to show you. The other is right behind. Where am I looking at there? Cornerstone. So it's quite huge. Let's actually fly down there. Woo! Oh, there are a lot of dolphins there. It is quite huge, quite long, and we might make it twice as thick as it is right now. That'll depend on how much the farm will output once we build it. So let's go ahead and build it. This farm is a design by Ray's work, or at least I followed his tutorial for it. There will be a card on screen if you're interested in seeing said tutorial. I really like the design of this farm because it is super easy, super simple to build, yet it is very efficient. It is tileable too, so we could build it as long as we want, and I'm building 4 modules with the option to add 4 farm more mirrored so that the farm would be twice as thick and we would funnel all the items towards the center. But first I wanted to see how 4 modules perform. If we need 8 or if we are good with this, and quick spoiler, we are good with 4. It is fine. More than fine actually. As with most moss farms, this also works as a backup bone meal factory. I shouldn't say backup, it produces a lot of bone meal, especially once the farm itself, the storage of itself is full and everything gets converted into bone meal. But we will also add a smelter system. Rayworks had the idea, and I think it is really cool to use the azalea and flowering azalea bushes the farm produces as fuel for an auto smelter. I really like it. Our trusty old composter is set up. My trusty, absolutely cluttered inventory. And my trusty old mouse that is breaking down. I need a new one. But with that, we should be ready to get the farm going. I'm excited. Place a moss in front of each of these. Fill them with a bit of bone meal. Harvest some wheat so we can fill this composter until this comparator picks up enough of a signal to let all the water out. Perfect. And we should be set and ready. Let's try the farm. Please just work. Come on. Come on. Be good to me. It'll take a while until the water shuts off again. Why does the water not shut off immediately? Yeah, this composter here, I'm never sure what I have to do in order for it to work. There we go, that is some of the water, that is all of it. Wait, why did they not close? This one closed, why didn't these? Something is horribly wrong here. What if I close all of these manually by hand? Because as we saw, the state was switching, but in the wrong direction. They were opening, no, they were closing very shortly. We want them to open shortly and stay closed most of the time. Maybe it was just that. Do we still have bone meal? Yeah. So let's just hope for the best and try this again. Please, just work. Please see. Come on. Oh, there we go. There's moss. There's moss on top of there. How did that happen? Oh, wait a sec. Did I use a block there that can turn? But hey, this looks good. Things are being washed away. Yeah. Now water turn off. Now water turn. Now water turn. Now. Yeah. Oh, what? Yeah. No, we have an issue here still, dang it. I moved the composter from over there to over there. This is a monostable thing, I believe. Whenever this is triggered, it'll rapid fire and move the composter from there to there or vice versa. So I think it was just stuck in the wrong direction, which is why the farm had the water on when it was supposed to be off and off when it was supposed to be on. I really hope. Third time's a charm, so here we go. Ugh, I heard the water going. Okay, this looks good though. Yeah. Now water. As soon as all of the moss is gone, the water should yeah. And now turn off again, please. See? Yeah. Hey, we did it. We got our moss farm going. Awesome. All the items are coming. Wait a second. Still don't have Optifine Zoom. All the items are flowing in here, are being picked up by the hoppers. And once these are all full, nope, I can't use this like that. Once these are all full and our dispensers down there are all full with bone meal, then we will actually produce moss azalea bushes, seeds, flowering azalea bushes. So I may as well get ready with a sorting system for all of these items. The farm is working and it is working oh so very well. With that being accomplished, it is time to think about the design for the building of the farm. I already worked something out in creative, but we will need the 1.19 blocks for this. So it was time for me to head out on an adventure. On said adventure, I quickly discovered the QR code thingy that someone built in the ocean rather close to our base. Still don't know who did it or what it means, please let me know. But I also discovered some really amazing landscape. Look at this. If I hadn't settled for our mountain, this would be a very high candidate for a super cool base. It didn't take too long for me to find what I was looking for though. A mangrove forest, the new 1.19 biome, with the frogs, with the mud, with the mangrove trees. It looks very swampy and not too inviting, but let's see. One of the main reasons I was here was to get mud. We will need so much mud. I gathered a shulker box and a half full of the stuff, and it was barely enough for what we're going to do with it today. Obviously, I also tried to get the saplings for the new mangrove trees. But one of the main reasons I was here also are the new mobs that came with 1.19, the frogs. It took me quite a while to find one, and I needed two, not only one, because I wanted to breed them for tadpole. Look at the guy, look at he's so cute. I really like the models and what they did with frogs in general. I mean, it's kind of really weird. If frogs eat the tiniest magma cubes, then they poop out froglite, a new light source that comes in 3 different colors, which I'm really excited about and which I'm working on a farm for right now. But for said farm, we need different kinds of frogs. There are 3 different kinds depending on where tadpoles turn into frogs, depending on the biome where they do that. Getting tadpoles is not as easy and straightforward as it is with baby horses, where you just breed 2 horses and then you get a baby horse that will just grow up. You need a bunch of water where the frogs can lay their frog spawn that'll then turn into tadpoles eventually. So here I'm creating a little lake for our lovebirds. Then we feed each of them a slime ball so they get all lovey-dovey, and then one of them is gonna get pregnant. From here on it's a waiting game, which I spent fighting for my life on the top of this tree because a random patrol attacked me, and while that was happening, also, the magic of nature happened, and our first frog lay their first frog spawn. More waiting, more frog spawn, but eventually tadpoles started hatching. You can keep them in buckets and they are safe and sound there, so I just collected 12 of them, which is the number we will most likely be using for the farm. Seems like the perfect number, but we will do that in the next episode. For now, I had almost everything I needed from this place, so it was time to head home and gather the final ingredient on my way back. Alrighty, we almost have all the resources we need. The only thing I'm still looking for are these guys. Some more sea lanterns. 15 should be enough. Now I just gotta find my way back home again. Which, if you know me, you know can be tricky because I'm not very good with directions. Oh hey, I found that thing again. Okay, then I know where I need to head. Also, we have, I believe, 4 or 5 of these guys in our near vicinity. Yeah, look at that. There's 1. There's 2, there's our mountain, there's number 3, there's our raid farm, and right behind that, there's number 4, and there are more in that direction and in that direction. It's pretty crazy, and I don't plan to do anything with these. It's way too much work, and Mikey already has a farm on one of them. So let's do a perfectly smooth landing right here. Ta-da! Fancy. And let me show you the very basic storage and burning system that I implemented into our finished farm. Well, finished in the means of it's working, and it's working great. We are pretty much full on moss already. And I'm using the flowering azalea and the azalea as fuel, so we can have an auto smelter that will never run out of stuff. It'll be slow, yes, but as I said, infinite fuel. Hey, let me show you the amount of moss we gathered. Yeah, I think that, yeah, this guy is completely full to the brim. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 double chests plus the hoppers full of moss, and the next one is close behind it. Also added these lights, which look pretty cool while the farm is running. I don't know if we can incorporate them into the design. Speaking of the design, I want it to be composed out of dark stone, mud bricks, which is why I needed all the mud. Combine it with hay, straw, what's the actual word of that? I don't know, but you know what I mean. With heat, that is it. And you get mud bricks, which we will use the walls of mostly. And then spruce logs and some dark oak. These blocks go really well together. I've worked out the basic design in creative. Let's get to building set design. It looks so very cool. I absolutely love where this building is going. Clearly, the front is its strongest part so far. Here I could really build the design I wanted without being obstructed or hindered by anything. And we'll check out the inside of it that I've been working on already too. It's gonna be really cool. But before that, I want to show you the sides, because these were quite tricky. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to do something here and there, because this is way too plain. This kind of works. I'm happy with the window, but not so much with whatever this is. The backside is the most tricky part, because there we're actually hindered by the redstone in terms of what we can do, but it's working and I don't want to fly into it. Nailed it. These sections of the wall I am quite happy with. I think we could have crane-like apertures coming out and reaching out all the way across the cliff here, so that if ships dock down there, the cranes could then pick up the goods of them and just haul them up into the giant storage area, which this building is supposed to look like. As I said, these sections I'm quite happy with, but especially when we come to this one, there's a lot of redstone here, and I don't know, I think I'll just leave it like that. It looks kind of broken, like the wall is literally broken up and apart, and I mean, that's not bad. Then we have these entrances here, which lead us to the inside, and there you can see, yeah, I try to, oh my goodness, the cat. Whenever I'm doing commentary, she's like, stop being so loud, I'm trying to sleep here. And she's crawling my leg, ouch. Okay, I pampered the cat, let's see how long she'll be pleased with that. What was I saying before? Oh yeah, this thing, it is something, it looks great, honestly. It just looks horrible in here because it's way too big, taking up the entire space right there. But it's way better than what I had before. Look at this. Look at just look at this monstrosity. Yeah, I mean, I tried real hard, but yeah. This thing, we'll take it, build it outside somewhere. I wanted to have some sort of a ramp so that we can have something that makes sense for large carts like this to be in there, but I don't really like the looks of it. We'll have to see what we make out of this, but let me show you the actual cool things inside there, like this barrel. Found the design on the internet, absolutely love it. It's a barrel filled to the brim with meat. Look how cool that looks when you look through there. It's honey blocks behind orange glass, and for some reason we can look through this in this direction just fine. But if we go to the other direction and try the same thing, which is a bit difficult because it's very cluttered, you see that you don't see a thing. No idea why this is like it, but it is like it is. And with these wise words, it is time to check out more of the interior design here. There are the lamps now that when we have the farm running, flicker in this cool brrrp, brrrp. The farm's off right now because I'm almost out of storage and it's very noisy. And I wanted to show you things in silence and peace. So yeah, another reason why this guy needs to go, because he's blocking the lamp. Do you see it back there? Just barely. Other than that, I went with a lot of storage spaces and some weird designs, like a hand cart right here, which works. And then this very weird, whatever this is, it could be a drawer with arms, ears. I'm not sure. I just thought it's funny. And you can use it. Yeah. Maybe don't use it, but you could. And it looks like a drawer and a cabin, and you can actually use the chest here. Then another barrel back there in the corner. This one is filled with, I suppose it's beer. I used mud there, and it looks just like mud. I need a better block that represents beer or something. Other than that, storage, because this is what this thing is supposed to be. Hey, look, a hanging barrel. The actual storage system for the entire farm is visible here, which I like, but this big barrel blocks off the entire section back there, which is also good because I couldn't really make this look good because the stairwell is going up there and it's really awkward. So the barrel looks cool, blocks the view from the ugliness of the build, so we have the best of all worlds. Let me show you the final storage accommodations, which are plain, easy and simple, like this. We are, as I said, the farm is starting to being ridiculously full. The smelter system is a bit complicated to reach now. We have to go all the way in here, and then this is our input chest. The furnaces are there, the other one is right behind this one. This is the only way I could fit this like this, make it all look neat, nice and clean, and that's important. But speaking of neat, nice and clean, this thing needs a roof now, and I worked something out in creative that should look really fantastic. I took inspiration from my very first build, no, not my very first build, my very first base of my very first Minecraft series that I had on YouTube, and there I was building a harbor based on the old Anno games, and this thing is deeply inspired by it, so the roof will be also. Therefore, without any further ado, let me go to bed and then let's start building. It's not Christmas just yet, I'm just very excited for this building. I mean, from this side it looks a bit like a church actually, but other than that, it really does look like a big harbor building, like a big storage building. It's perfect. Now I really like the little crane that we built right here. Now if we look at it a bit more closely, that's actually too close, you can't see a thing. I miss Optifine zoom. Yeah, this is good. There's a lower half slab, then an upper half slab, making the entire thing look like it could be folded together. Does that make sense? Do you know what I mean? Like you could lengthen or shorten it as you need. Really happy with the design. Some trapdoors that make it look like a belt or something for something heavy to be put in there, to be lifted in and then drawn into the second floor. Not that there's any space on the second floor to put stuff. I mean, there is space, but it's pretty much occupied with the farm. Added in the ceiling for the final floor too, which is empty. Yeah, it's just there. But we have the lights in here, which are very important because they do light up all of the roof, so it is spawn proof. And all in all, this building just looks so cool. I need a few more sea lanterns to finish it, and I need to add a few more details here and there, but in and all and by itself, it is so cool. I want to make a lot more with this color palette, this block palette, because especially when we look at it from a distance, see how that pops? How it really stands out in comparison to the other buildings that we have built. The gray just isn't the way to go in front of the very, very gray cliffs right here. What do you think about us spending so much time on this one project today though? I'm not entirely sure. Is it cool that we finished it? I am super happy with it. Or would you have preferred us to finish it in 2 steps and do something else in between so it's more exciting, more variety? Let me know down in the comments. I would appreciate that. As for the future plans, I imagine a large plaza right here, like a marketplace. Not like we did on the Elvish Kingdom base in the last season, but a lot more man-made, a lot more structured. And then we have this huge space up here where we can either build more large buildings or a bunch of small buildings, and then of course the mountain. We sadly didn't have time today to work on the mountain some more. We do have the materials, like this is very easy thanks to our infinite cleanstone farm right there. It's just super time consuming, and I thought if we do this all episode, the mountain that you can't see right now, it would get boring and repetitive very quickly. So I thought we'd try something completely different, meaning the thing behind me, in case that wasn't obvious. I also have plans for a frog-light farm that we will be working on next episode, which is why I got all these tadpoles. They're safe and sound in buckets inside a chest. Yeah, tadpoles are fine like that, right? I really hope so. And also I have plans for a copper farm. Mikey mentioned that he would buy copper galore. And hey, the iron shop is, yeah, it's there. But people have iron farms, right? No one has a copper farm on the server just yet. So maybe that's a good way to get more IOUs. Speaking of IOUs, Jen and Hedrup came over in between clips. They asked if they could get a discount for a huge bulk order on the iron shop, and I was like, yeah, sure. Just come to my base, pick up whatever you need. I mean, we are swimming in this stuff. In return, they offered me goat horns, which is interesting, yes. But IOUs were also on the table. We are not settled on the deal just yet. I mean, they took the stuff. I will get something in return, right? That's how that works. So yeah, maybe there was 1 or 2 more IOUs in there for us. That being said, this is all the time I have for this episode. I still have to render it and edit it and everything, and we don't want to have to wait several weeks again in between episodes. I want to get them out faster. Therefore, I really hope you enjoyed what we did today. I am super happy with it. If you did as well, and if you want to help out the channel, you can hit the like button down below. And if you want to see more silly content like this, you can hit the subscribe button. This was your personal virus, and I hope I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys. It's pretty crazy, and I'm not gonna plan upon finishing this sentence, I guess. But this big barrel blocks my brain, obviously. Dang it. Obviously, I also tried to get the saplings for the new... How are they called? Like you could make it longer and thicker and raise it and get it in and... Wait, what is... Oh my god, where is my brain going right now? Let me know down in the comments. I can't talk.